The day begins, and so we join with the squirrels to find our own proverbial nut, not sexual.
Sorry I'm late. My car wouldn't start, and the parade was happening. And
Too busy funding your own short film biography, stumbling around in the streets waiting for another stray spotlight to shine on you?
No.
Sit down, we're getting started.
Yeah.
Put the microphone right here to hide it from the depth of field camera.
Okay. Yeah, it is. I know how microphones work. Go away. Stop touching me. My forum for directing has been supplemented by a process that I have been developing over the past few years, the Malchias method. An invigorating process of cutting through all the sparkle, fancy pants bullshit and getting down right to the core of what we are. Disgusting meat cratons of invariable intellect. All right. You're reading for Disturbed Child Bullied into Becoming a School Shooter. Every rehearsal begins with a mock audition. Students are put into the position of not only auditioning for me, but it being their very first audition. This puts them into the position of what some might say is a very traumatic situation, focusing them into how far that they have come and how much they've worked to become what they are. And in the grand scheme of things, of how it really means nothing at all.
No men, women, or children survived, sir.
How could you, soldier?
Just doing my job, sir.
Phenomenal. Callbacks are Tuesday.
Thank you for this opportunity. Quit milking it.
Next. All right. You're here for the role of Bird.
All right.
Go.
Like a big bird or a small bird? Like, am I like?
You don't. Less talk, more bird. Right. Right. Caw! 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 Flap your wings. Flap. Flap your wings. Flap them. All right.
It's hot in here.
My tenure as a director began after a long career of being an actor. I know, right? Me acting. Well, no. You've definitely seen me in films. I was a pilot in Mary's Crashing Into My Heart with Anne Hathaway and Paul Rudd. I was a cool cat slam poet in Rocky Road. People often consider that Edward Norton's Fight Club. I was also a gangster threatening Vin Diesel in Bomb Tomorrow. The law must look very different from the ground because I'm way above it, you dig? Vin Diesel shoots me in the chest immediately.
Bed of roses.
Primrose pains.
This yearning is like a terrible spear. It cuts me from the inside and severs the very vestibules of my life.
Stop. It needs more conviction. Do I need to start this scene over again? You are madly in love with her. You are lusting over her affection. You're a raging neurotic. She has a cold, but you don't want to catch it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Say that you love her.
I love her.
I love you. Say that I love you to her.
I love you.
Now bigger, like you're a bear.
I love you!
Now like a creepy coworker.
I love you.
Now scream it!
I love you!
Good. Now, internalize it, make it familial, catch, prep, bake, and cook. All right. The piece we're currently working on right now has been in the old headcanon for a few years. It's a cross-hybrid /play/musical/physical painting/therapy session entitled Phantomagisteria X. Assembling the cast was a very grueling process involving finding any local baristas, especially anyone who had any inclination as to who I was. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum traveled down 2 roads. The only way to tell them apart was their matching clothes.
Stop. Rita. You have the blue shirt. Do you know what that means?
It's like the sky, the ocean.
3rd grade English, Rita. I'm looking for a college-level dramaturgical analysis. Melancholy, malaise, morose.
Mayonnaise.
Moronic. Why don't you go home and Google Picasso and look at your pathetic phone screen for hours, okay?
The poinsettia are blooming late this year. What ails them?
I believe the riots in the streets unsettle them, as they unsettle myself.
Good. Well, the motion here is dead. All right. I need you to give, and I need you to take. Giving and taking motions. Everybody, this is conversational life or death between these characters. Okay?
I crave blood.
No. Giving and taking. Giving and taking. You know, like taking a cookie from the potluck. Giving and giving profound material as a director/writer while actors suck the life out of you. Right? Right. Go. You love her. My passion for directing burgeoned in me as a young adolescent when I saw the show There Can Only Be So Much Disappointment in the Gene Pool. God, are we so abandoned by our peers, but are we that much lovelier for it? At the Barrel Theater. It was a travesty. Watching all those actors just stumble over their lines and miss their cues, and it filled me with rage and shame and disappointment and disgust. I thought, I'm bound to these feelings. I'm responsible. So naturally, I assumed the position of captain of the ship.
Man the starboard bow, we're heading for a storm.
She's damaged the hull, Captain. We need a pull of port.
The Pearl Marina doesn't go down unless I say it does.
All right. Well, since I don't believe any of you in what you're doing in this scene right now, I brought along this bucket of salt to simulate the sea and revive the scene.
Hey, 30 minutes left. We got like an Orthodox wedding thing. We got a plan here. 30 minutes.
I had this book for another hour.
Denithorne is book 6 to 7. You get it?
No. Honey, you know this is my work. What do I always say? The pay comes after the brilliance, all right? So, oh my God, you are just like your mother. Gut me how, I'm not a fish. All right, well, I'll see how you feel after the performance, all right?
What, is something wrong? Do you need like help or something?
It's tough, but I'm sure your people have been through worse, all right?
What?
Go! Theater originated in Africa, plain and simple. I've always looked up to dark-colored playwrights and marginal voices because I like to say the margins hold all of the context. You know, growing up a poor white boy in Philadelphia, I've always felt that I could relate to the struggles of my formerly enslaved counterparts. That's why I like to cast at least one POC in each of my shows, unless, of course, the roles are racially unchangeable. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep the calendar space. The previews are going to be moved to tomorrow.
My niece has a christening tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that.
Huh. You Christians developed the modern day calendar and can't even keep to it.
Sorry.
I can't. I'm just gonna call off.
What? This isn't a retail store. You can't just call off.
I don't know, man.
I hope I get nominated. We're right in time for Oscar season.
So if I could make it by 8, would that be okay?
I mean, we could make it work. How attached to this christening thing are you, really?
Well, it's my sister's daughter, and they told me if I missed this for some stupid theater event that that I wasn't allowed to see them anymore. So,
Tough choices.
well, not as tough as the choices I have to make in here.
That's right. You know, I would like to take all of the credit for my career, but I would say a decent bit of that, a lot of it, would have to go to my mentor, Albin. He was what we in showbiz would call a street shark. He would walk up to people on the street and say, "You, I want you. I want you. I want you." You know, that's how Breckenmeyer got his start. He taught me that every day you pass an average of 10 stars a day walking down the street. 10 a day. That's a lot. Now I'm trying to take his legacy and pass it down through what I call the Malchias method. I'm sorry, I'm just getting emotional. I'm recalling the time a pupil once told me that I caused so much stress to her that I gave her stomach ulcers. No words have ever touched me as much as that.
You killed her. You killed her. You killed her. You killed her. We are become death, destroyer of worlds.
And scene. Great job, everyone. And next time, Dylan, I want real tears, no fake crying, but stoic. Stoic, okay?
Yeah.
Great. I'll see you at previews, everyone. What I do isn't easy. Some people work to live, but me, no, not me. I come into this studio every day to give a little piece of myself to this Lovecraftian deity that has no remorse for any human beings. Now, speaking of which, there was a great variety piece on Matt Damon that I...
Hey, I forgot my jacket here.
Get it and go. I'm in the middle of something. He's my favorite. Fuck you. Okay, fall. No, fall like you're falling. Like you're falling off of a building. Someone pushed you. You're gonna die. Fall. Fall! Don't help him. Get up. Fall. All right, that's better.